Hello everyone, welcome to JAIIB CAIIB English Medium by Officers Adda 24/7. This side CRT and I hope your JAIIB October 24 preparations has been already started because now it's time for your do or die situation. If you are a new candidate, so do subscribe to this channel because we provide you with all the relevant classes, all the relevant series so that you can clear your JAIIB in your first attempt. So as we have started the very important series known as 3000 plus question series, and today is your day 7. If you want to increase your confidence level, if you want to gain the understanding of every topic, the ultimate solution is to revise as much as possible. Chaliye. So with this, let's start today's first question. As I told you in our last session that I am giving you one question for your homework. In that you need to calculate the depreciation. So today we are going to start with that particular question only. Chaliye. So let's start it again. On April 1, 2013, Kanu bought machinery costing 80,000. On July 1, 2015, machinery was sold for 40,000. Prepare machinery account from April 1, 2013 till July 15. Assuming depreciation was charged 10% per annum on March 31st every year on the basis of original cost method. How we are charging depreciation? This is the method we need to use, and this is the alternate name for a straight line method. Okay, chaliye. So what are the details we have in this? So ultimately what they want from us, they want the loss on sale. Remember, the question is not to how to prepare the accounts. They are asking the loss on sale. For that we require to prepare the accounts. Now in exams they are not going to give any marks for the preparation of accounts. Correct? The only marks they are going to give is this question. The loss on sale is what? Option A, 22,000, B, 40,000, C, 80,000, D, 68,000. Chaliye. Let's start solving it together. So what are the things they have already told that? Chaliye. So this is your solution part. On 1st April, this is your 2013. Correct? This person bought machine for 80,000. Okay. And we know we close our books March 31st. This will be your 14th. So in this, we are going to charge the depreciation and we are using this machinery for whole year. So what is the depreciation that we are going to charge? That is 10%. And at 10% we are going to charge. Remember, this 10% you are going to charge every year. Every year. You are not going to calculate this depreciation again and again. So remember, this 8,000 is for full year. Okay, for full 12 months. If you need to give adjustments as per the months, then we need to calculate according to that. Okay, but we are not going to calculate on the balance method. Remember one thing, we are doing original cost method, which is the alternate name of your straight line method. Okay, see, we have 4 different types of methods for calculating depreciation. Number 1 is your SLM, straight line method, that we are using. Next is your WDV, written down value method. Third, we have the units of production method. You charge depreciation as per your production. Fourth is your sum of year digits method. Okay, so as per these questions, they want from us to calculate depreciation as per what method? As per SLM method. Chaliye. So first year you are going to charge 8,000. Correct? So what is the remaining amount? 72,000. Now, so they are selling the machinery. Okay, they are selling the machinery on 1st July 2015. Means we are using this machinery again from 1st April 2014 to 31st March 2015. Because after 31st March only we are going to get July 1st 2015. So means we are using for this year also. So what is the amount that we are going to deduct from this? Again we are going to subtract the depreciation of 8,000. So what value will be there on 1st April? 72,000 minus 8,000. ठीक है, 72,000 minus 8,000, that will give you 64,000. Correct? Please solve it together with me only. 72,000 minus 8,000. What is the amount? That is your 64,000. Means on 1st April 2014, this one is, this one is the balance on your 1st April 2014 only, this balance, correct? And this amount is your 31st March 2015 balance, correct? Now we are using this machine for next how many months? Now we are going to use from 1st April 2015 to, we are using this machinery from 1st April to 31st June 2015. And for the whole year, if we are charging 8,000 for the depreciation, but now we are using partially this machine. So, April, May, June, only for 3 months now we are using. So, we are going to charge the depreciation just for 3 months. So, 8,000 is for the full year. So, for the 3 months, what amount will be of your depreciation? 8,000 into, we are going to multiply with 3 divided by 12. That is your 2,000, correct? That is your 2,000. So, finally, on 1st July, on your 1st July, now can you tell me what balance on 1st July 2015, your machine balance is 64,000 minus 2,000, that is 62,000. This is the book value. Remember, this is your book value after charging depreciation. Adjusted book value. This is your book value, that is 62,000. But they are saying that in your books, your value is 62,000. Okay? This, we know how we calculated it with this format. Now, but we are selling this machine for 40,000. Means on 1st July only, now we are talking about this 1st July 2015. On this day, you sell the machinery for 40,000. But its value is 62. So finally, what is the loss in this? 22,000. The loss on sale is how much? That is your 22,000. This is how we need to calculate. Okay? Remember, while calculating the depreciation, first of all, the first thing you need to observe in the questions is that what method they are saying. Okay? If they are saying straight line method, then you need to apply the same depreciation rate, same depreciation amount for every and each year. Correct? Just when you are using for the partially years or for the some months, then only you need to adjust. Otherwise, we need to use the full absolute amount that we calculated during our first year. Then, if they are asking you written down value method, in that, remember, we need to keep our rate constant. We cannot change our depreciation rate. Correct? We only change our book value, because in that we adjust our book value, and every time newly depreciation rate is amount is calculated. I hope this is clear. Chali, please try to solve this again by yourself. If you don't know that how we are getting this 22,000, try to solve one time with me, and after this try to solve by yourself only. Chali. Now we are moving to next question. Next question asks you, how long is the head of internal audit recommended to be appointed according to the RBI's instructions? See, these type of questions are for 0.5 marks. In this, you are saving your time. Okay, these questions are saving and plus marks increasing. Okay, so In this, your correct answer is minimum of 3 years. Remember, according to RBI's instructions, your internal audit, that is HIE, recommended to be appointed for 3 years minimum. We have one particular unit in which we talk about the audit. Okay? Audit means checking of your financials by your own appointed persons, your own appointed employee, or by the external parties. Okay? Or continuously also you can check your accounts by the third person, or you want for the full year if you are checking, that is statutory audit. Okay? Continuously if you are auditing, if you are checking your books, accounts, transactions, that is a concurrent audit. But for the management checkup and for your internal checkups, we do the internal audit. So remember, this is the question from your module A, where we talk about the different type of audit. Okay? So this is basically your direct question. Remember, these type of questions gives you the direct marks. Along with that, this save the time also. Chali. Next question. According to which of the following categories of activities a cash flow statement should be prepared as per AS3? Okay. Remember one thing for your exams, accounting standards. Accounting standards are very important. Not only accounting standards, they ask you the questions from NDS also. So AS3 talks about the cash flow statement. Okay, now what is this cash flow statement? See, in every business, we are doing the transactions with the help of cash only. Correct? On sometime we can purchase or sell on credit, but not always. Even for starting of your business, you need some capital. Okay, you need some amount. You need some cash. Then only you can start. Now, or you cannot start any business if you do not have any capital. Correct? So either you bring your own savings or you borrow from someone else. But ultimately you require cash for running your business. So this cash is a very important part of your business. So we need to keep a track of this cash flows. Okay. How much cash is coming in your business? That is your inflow. How much cash is going out from your business? That is your outflow. So we need to keep in mind how much is your inflow, how much is your outflow from your business. And for that, we prepare these statements. That statement is your cash flow statement. I hope this is clear that what is cash flow statement. In this, we are tracking the cash transactions, whether it is coming in your business or whether we are paying it. Okay, whenever we are tracking the transactions of your cash, whether it is inflow or outflow, that is your cash flow statement. But this is not the only thing we cover in this cash flow statement. In this, we divide our business. Okay, we divide our business mainly into 3 things. 1, 2, and 3. The first thing we divide into is your operating activities. Your main business operations. Your main business activity that you are majorly focusing on. Okay? That is your operating activities. Next is your investing activity. Investing activity. You are purchasing the long-term assets. You are purchasing the land. Okay? You are purchasing land. You are purchasing building. You are purchasing machineries. You are purchasing the equipments. All these things are what? Long-term assets. In case of this, because they are not your daily transactions, buying and selling kind of thing. Okay, if you are purchasing daily, buying and selling, then that is your operations. That is your operations. But if you are purchasing it and you are going to use it for long term, then that is your investing. Okay? Like if we talk about the bank. In bank, the main work of bank is what? Taking the deposits and giving the loan. Hai na? So we are going to call taking deposits and giving the loan, or providing some facilities, extra credit facilities, debit facilities, all these things, different kind of facilities what they are providing on a daily basis. That is bank's operating activity. Correct? But in bank, for running their business, banks require some infrastructure also. Na? they require the building, they require the table, chair, AC, some infrastructure, almaris and cupboards, and all these things they require for their running their business. So are you purchasing daily these things? Are you purchasing like table every day? No, we are purchasing on some particular day and we are using this table for long years. So that type of investments, that type of purchasing of anything which you are going to use for the long term, that is your investing activities. Okay. Now we have, last one is your financing activities. Now, what are these financing activities? Remember, for running your business, we require the cash. We require ultimate cash for running our business. So, either you are taking equities, means you are sharing your own part of your equity. You are diluting your ownership. Through that, you can raise, or you can borrow from bank, take it from your friends, from your families. So under the financing, we talk about how you are bringing the cash. What are the different sources through which you can generate the cash? That is what financing activity. And in your cash flow statement, as per AS3, we talks about these three activities only: operating, investing and financing. Chali. So I told you, AS3 is what? Cash flow statements. In this, we actually keep a track of your inflow and outflow of your cash, and mainly this cash flow statements are divided into three activities: operating, investing and financing. Chali, let's start solving these questions together. Option A says cash flow from operating activities is a part of your AS3. Correct. Cash flows from investing activity. Correct. Cash flow from financing activity. Correct. Cash flow from production activities. No. Cash flow from selling activities, quotes, no. These fourth and fifth are unnecessary options. Okay? These are irrelevant options in your questions. So as per the options, which is your correct answer is 1, 2 and 3. Option A is your correct answer. This is how we need to identify and give the answers. Chali. So this question is direct questions. They can ask you through different activities also. Chaliye, ठीक है? Moving on to next question. In the context of construction project, financing, which of the following statement accurately describes both progress payments and retention payments? In this, they are asking related to your costing methods. In that, we have talked about the construction method. ठीक है? Construction costing. Under that construction costing, we have seen that there are different terms that we need to understand related to constructions, like your progress payments and retention payments. Correct? Chali, what are these progress payments and retention payments? We will talk about that after reading these options. Option A says progress payments are calculated based on the entire project cost, while retention payments are calculated only on labor cost. B. Retention payments are typically released before the project reaches substantial completion, while progress payments are deferred until all project phases are complete. C. Progress payments are periodic payments made based on work completed to date, while retention payments are withheld as security to ensure completion and compliance with contractual obligations. Last says retention payments are the same as liquidated as damaged imposed from project delays, and progress payments are held back until all such damages are paid. So in this, firstly we need to understand what are these progress payments. Okay. So the progress payments are type of the payments in which the contract between your contractor and your customer is made, in which they decides the number of installments in which customers will be paying the amount to the contractors. Okay? Ultimately, progress payments means deciding of the installments. That in how many installments? Because ultimately, the one thing you need to keep in your mind that construction contracts are for always more than 12 months. Okay. So in this time period, if anything is for more than 12 months, so you cannot give everything on the first day of this contract, or you cannot withhold your amount till the last day of the contract, correct? So for the betterment, correct, for the betterment of the construction contractor and for the safeguard of the amount from the contractor side, because there might be the risk that a customer will not pay, and again the safeguard for the customers, whether the construction contractor will complete that project or not. So they decides to make a contract in which they are deciding the completion of the project will increase the number of installments. Okay? Means as soon as you complete the projects, first floor, second floor, third floor, fifth floor, the customer will be paying in that installments. That is based on their mutual understanding. Okay, like first they will be paying the first installment for the second floor, customer will be paying the second installment for the third floor, customer will be paying the third installment. So these are the between this both customers and this contractors. Okay, chali. Back to these questions. So this is all about your progress payments. Then what is retention payments? See, retention payments are type of payments which customers withheld with themselves. They are keeping. They are not distributing the full installment amount to the contractors. They are giving just the portion. Okay, they are giving just the portions to that contractors. They are not giving the full payment. At the time of progress payments, if the amount is 1 lakh, so they are not distributing the full 1 lakh. They are just giving the 90,000 or 80,000, and they are keeping some money with themselves for the safeguard. Okay? If anything is not as per the customer's preferences, then the contractor need to modify, and after completion of that modifications, this remaining amount will be paid to that contractor. So that is your retention amount. So as per this, if you see one by one the options, the first one says, option A, that it is based on the entire project cost, while retention monies are on the labor cost. No, this is wrong. We are not calculating based on the labor cost. Retention payments are typically released before the project reaches substantial completion, while progress payments are deferred until all project phases are complete. No. Let's talk about the D1. Retention payments are the same as liquidated damages imposed for the project delays. Progress payments are held back until all such damages are paid back. Nope. The correct answer is your C. In this, they are saying the progress payments are your periodic payments. Correct. Or based on your work completed. Correct. While retention payments are what? This are your withheld amount as a security to ensure completion and compliance with contractual obligations. This is the correct definition. This is the accurate definition for your progress payments also and for your retention payments also. So the correct answer in this question is your option C. Chali. Next question. Which of the following is the correct treatment of integrated goods and service tax in India? Now in this we are going to talk about GST, goods and service tax. Okay? We know under GST we need to study 4 different type of taxes, correct? Like CGST, Central Goods and Service Tax, SGST, State Goods and Service Tax, UGST, Union Territory GST Tax, and IGST, okay? Integrated Goods and Service Tax. So this question is based on your IGST. Chali, let's read what they are asking. IGST is levied on interstate transactions and the revenue is divided equally between the central and state governments. B. IGST is applicable on interstate transactions and imports, with the tax being collected by the central government and later distributed between the center and the state. IGST is applied on both interstate and intrastate transactions and it is collected exclusively by the state governments. Last option says IGST applies only to union territories and replaces both CGST, SGST in those regions. See, before knowing which is the correct options, first let's understand what is this IGST. ठीक है. Whenever there is your seller, your buyer, ठीक है. If your seller is from Madhya Pradesh, your buyer is from Maharashtra, ठीक है. If this seller and buyer, they both are from different states, and if they are entering into a transactions at this time of point of time, they are going to pay the IGST. ठीक है. This is the transaction of IGST, and we call this type of transactions as inter-state transactions. Means as soon as you are crossing your state boundaries or Indian boundary, ठीक है, domestic boundary, then also you are going to charge IGST. Means if you see the first option, IGST is interstate transactions, option is wrong. ठीक है, option is wrong. IGST is applied on both interstate and intrastate? No. Only IGSTs are applied on interstate and not on intrastate transactions. Last, IGST applies only to union territories. Again, the answer is not wrong. For the union territories, we have the UGST. Correct? So, as per this, you can say the B is your right answer. But why B is your right answer? Let's have a look. IGST is applicable on both interstate transactions. That is correct. Next, it is also imposed on imports also. Okay, if you are importing anything from outside, then also you need to pay the IGST. Okay, and in this, whatever amount is collected by the central government, first IGST is collected by central government. Later, this IGST amount is distributed equally between the center and the state, and that is actually done by the government officials only. Okay, that is the not our duty, that is the duty of the government departments. So the correct answer of this question is your B. Chaliye. So for today's question that I am going to ask you is, see, in case of interstate transactions, again, in case of interstate transactions, we say that this is your normal kind of transaction. So we usually call these type of transactions as normal charge mechanism, in which your seller is paying the amount to the government. Correct? But under your GST topic, we have talked about that whenever the buyer is paying to the government, then what mechanism we are going to call it? That type of transaction. See, in this, when your seller is paying to the government the GST amount, okay, this is your normal supply, this is your normal charge mechanism. Okay, but whenever your buyer is, now this is a second transaction in which seller is not paying anything to the government. Now your buyer is paying to the government. Now your buyer is paying to the government. So if this is your normal charge mechanism, can you tell me what we call this type of mechanism in which your buyer is paying the GST amount to the government? If you know it, do let me know. Where? On the comment section. Okay, chaliye. So for today, let's wind up this session. But before winding up, I request you that now it's time to increase your time for studies. So what you can do, you can enroll in our crash courses. These are our crash courses. We make this available in your bilingual language also and in your English language also. So what you can do, you can just click on that and you can see we provide you the test series also, we provide you the ebooks also, we provide you a number of live online classes also. Correct? So through this you can enroll in the batches and you can select this buy now. Currently you are seeing that you are getting 75% off, but for the increase of this amount, you can use Y895. As soon as you use this amount, you can see your final discount increases from 75 to 77%. And remember, if you use the Adda 24/7 app, you can increase by 1% extra. Your discount amount will be 78%. But remember, for that, you need to apply the coupon code that is Y895. Thank you for joining and do let me know